Welcome to the Senior Home Business Channel. My name is Matt Stafford. I'm here to bring you some news about senior living communities. If you are considering a community, you might want to hear this. If you are a representative of a community, executive director, marketing director, investor, management group, pay attention. I want to help you today. Too many communities are faking it until they make it. You ever heard that expression? We all have, right? Just fake it until you make it, man. So many communities are doing that. If you are struggling as a community, a senior living community, independent, assisted living, or memory care, and you are struggling with your occupancy rate, it is below 85%. Click the link below. Would love to help you out. Call me, fill out the form. Let's have a conversation. I want to go over with you today some areas where communities fake it until they make it. Number one, have you ever walked into a community and they are staging activities? I've seen this in a community I used to work for. I've seen this in other communities that I've actually taken clients to. I prep my families about this, so please don't do this. But it is customary for communities when somebody's coming in for a tour, they're like, okay, we got to have some activities today. Please have bingo going over there. Please have a little mini concert. Please have some arts and crafts. Activity director, please do something with our current residents. Make it look like we have life here. Oh my gosh, do not stage activities. Do not stage events. Do not do something like that, because what's going to happen is the initial contact, the tour, when the family comes in, they're going to love it. They're going to say, man, this community is alive. But when they come back for contract signing, when they come back for another visit or whatever, the mom moves in, there a couple of weeks, whatever happened to these activities? They kind of fall by the wayside. So if that is not you, if that's not your DNA, please stop staging activities. That is a fallacy of communities. They think by doing that, they're going to impress somebody. That's one way they fake it until they make it. Just fake it. Make it look like we do activities, but we really don't, right? Oh my gosh. Okay, let's get to another one. What about next steps? Okay, this will go to the executive director, marketing directors, any regionals that pop into the office. Every office has a marker board somewhere in the conference room somewhere. Might have a curtain over or something like that. And this next steps about current leads. Joe Schmo, where's he at today? We got this lead from a place for mom. We contacted Joe Schmo, no answer, blah, blah, blah. We got about 8 to 10 of these things. We go through those things religiously. We just regurgitate information and we act like we're doing something. Again, we're faking it until we make it. It's like we regurgitate all this information throughout the whole day. I remember one time at a community I worked with, 3 separate meetings in one day for an hour each meeting, talking about the same people, talking about the same potential clients. How can we get this person to the next step? What do we have to do next? Okay, we've made phone calls. We've sent out texts. We've sent out emails. We've done this. We invite them into a free meal. We've done all these kind of things. What do we need to do now? What's next? What's next? What's next? And man, they're acting like they're working. If this is you, your community is not going to grow. Your community is not going to succeed because you are just getting behind a closed doors to have a meeting of the same information, the same data, and just repeating that, regurgitating that for hours on no end. That is ineffective for your growth. I'm telling you, just fake it until you make it. You act like you're doing something. It's just a regional to go home, go back to home office and go, yeah, we had 3 meetings today. Man, we had long meetings, but we got down to the dirty of each one of these and figure out what we can do. And you're faking it till you make it, man. It's unbelievable. Okay, another way communities kind of fake it until they make it. They look at the leads and they shift blame on the leads. And they go, man, if the quality of my leads were better, if the lead source was better, if it wasn't just a place for mom and caring.com and even some local referral agencies, man, if my leads were better, we would have a better community. Do you realize that is not true? And you're probably saying, well, no, that is true. Give me 20 qualified leads, people that can afford my community, that can afford the rent plus the care, and then the gradual increase of 3 to 10% every year. Yeah, you would grow. No, not necessarily. You would have people coming in. You would have new residents to your community. But how long would they stay? Let's talk about longevity. I'm not even talking about health when they might pass away in 6 to 12 months or get better, maybe go to an independent community or go home, whatever the reason. But I'm talking about ones that just flat out move out and go from your community to the community down the street. You're faking it until you make it because you're blaming it on the leads. And your focus is on the leads versus your community. When you stop trying to fake it, You will focus internally on your community. And this is what I can do. If you click the link below, I'll have a conversation with you how to grow your community about focusing on the intangibles, focus on the character, focus on marketing directors actually being invested in the community, focus on executive directors not just staying there as long as football coaches. You ever seen executive directors come and go? My gosh, I have met so many that call me a year later. Hey, Matt, I'm over at XYZ community now. Oh, you're not at ABC? No, I'm at XYZ now. Call me at 12, 14 months later. Hey, I decided to move to a completely different area. I'm in a different community. We're always looking for the newest and best talent. Everybody's looking for new, slick salespeople to be the marketing director. That new, wonderful executive director is going to come in and be the leader of the group. Just going to come in and just take control and just do everything. Now, there is a place for solid leadership. And that's part of what I teach. That's a part of what I believe in. That is something that is birthed within. You need to have quality people in your community. But if you as leadership, whether it be investors, management group, regionals, whoever it may be, and you just place the burden on that team to just work it out themselves and do not provide a support. Now, I don't mean support by giving them scripts, by just giving them a 3-day training outside, in a certain other area out of town. Go fly here, be here for 3 days. Let me pump you up and go back and I hope you make it. A lot of your marketing directors will leave in 3 to 4 months. Why? They just won't make it. They won't reach the quota. Everything is focused on things that should not be focused. Why do you see so many communities in your area that are succeeding, that are growing? And they don't do, and I got a list here. I just pulled up a list 5 minutes ago of all the different things that I see. And I might not even hit all this list in this video, but you won't see any of this in these other communities, but they're growing. Their census is sky high. Their occupancy rate is like 95% and higher. Why are you staying at 70%? Why are you 80% and below, or 85 and below? And you've been around for 5 years. I can understand if you just started 6 months ago, you got to start somewhere. But man, you got to get control of some of these intangibles. Character. You've got to get control of people that come in that are invested in the community, that truly love the residents, that are there for the right reason, that live, eat, breathe this community that they work in. Now, that's hard to find, right? Because what you want to pay them is, somebody that can make 5% more down the street. And so marketing directors, I used to be one, will look for that opportunity. Or when they're out doing, here's another fake it till you make it thing, is communities, you will do your CMAs. Oh my, comparative market analysis. I'm going to go out and see what other communities are doing and see what they're charging for a 1-bedroom. Oh, great. They're charging $4,000. What do they charge for care? Oh, it's a point system. Oh, can I see your point system? No, you can't. Okay. What do you charge for a studio? How about a 2-bedroom, a shared room? And you get all this information and you bring it all back and you go, wow, let's adjust our prices. That's got to be it, right? That's got to be the reason why we're not growing, is because the price of our 1-bedrooms are too high or not low enough. Let's squeeze that down. Again, faking it until you make it. You don't even really know what you're doing. You're just doing it. Oh my gosh. I can go on that for a long time. All right, let me hit just a couple more, because I'm telling you, if you want to grow your community, your assisted living community, memory care, independent, my name is Matt Stafford. You can look me up, StaffordSeniorSolutions.com. Call me directly. See the number on the screen. I run a senior home business, an academy called a Senior Referral Academy, teaching students in 30 different states across the country to do exactly what I do. I've been in hundreds of communities. We've helped hundreds of residents, and I've seen it all. And I tell you, I've been in great communities, and I've been in well below average communities. Let's just call them, they stink, right? You don't want to say that. Maybe that's you. That reaches right to the heart, and that's okay. You've got to start somewhere. You've got to admit, in order to solve the problem, you got to realize there is a problem and identify the problem and then move forward. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let me hit one more. Okay. There's tons of them. Maybe I'll hit a different video. One more. Let's go ahead and develop a classy brochure. Oh my gosh. This brochure is going to be amazing. It's going to be slick, 3-fold brochure. An outreach marketing director is going to go out to these social workers, and they're going to go to all these different skilled nursing, social service directors, and they're going to go to discharge planners at hospitals and anybody in the neighborhood, right? Anybody that's working at it could be a dental office, could be a real estate agent, could be whoever. And we're just going to go around passing out our brochures and how slick we are, right? So here's an archaic way of getting leads. Again, faking it till you make it, think you're actually doing something. You got this slick brochure and you're going around these different people telling them all what you do. That's great. That's wonderful. What do you think the other person on the other side of the table is thinking? Well, I've seen a brochure like this. Nothing new about this. Nice logo. Yeah, it's pretty slick. Good information. Great pictures, canned photos, photoshopped. Maybe it's of your current residence, whatever it is. But it just doesn't really do anything for them. You're faking it until you make it. You act like you're doing something. I mean, be real. Don't fake it until you make it. Let people know where you're coming from. Don't try to go in and flatter them. Don't try to go in and impress them. That's what people do when they fake it till they make it. They try to go in and impress people. I got to have a great brochure, great website, great logo, great this, great all this kind of stuff, right? Crap doesn't work. I'm telling you, it doesn't work. If you want to grow your occupancy rate, get it up above 85%, give me a call. Click the link below, fill out the form. We'll have a conversation. But go ahead and keep faking it till you make it with your brochures. What you need to do, let me give you a hint. If you're going to be authentic, if you're going to understand what the other person's needs are, such as a social worker at a skilled nursing facility, he or she is not that concerned about your community. They hear stories, comments all day long about other communities. People are always knocking on their door. Hey, I'm from ABC community. Here's my brochure. Here's my business card. Give me a call. Love to help you out. Or you got any leads, got any residents? Yeah, they got residents there. Do you have anybody discharging this month? Of course they do. Are they calling you? No. Okay, that's kind of an archaic way of gathering leads because you're focused on the wrong things. If you would focus on the right things, I mean, things that are internal, things that are intangible, going back to the quality of your people and developing a culture, you would grow. I got a couple of things here. I won't hit the different video, but I just want to tell you and be honest with you. If you are below 85% in your occupancy rate and you're in assisted living community, independent memory care, and you want to grow, give me a call. Click the link below, fill out the form. If not, continue down this road where you're going. Continue to shift around leadership, bringing in new people, all that stuff. It's just, it does not work. I'm going to tell you another thing about fake it till you make it. I was going to hit this in another video. But have you ever seen this? A community, and I've seen this happen, they got their management group, get about 50 or 60 of their management group employees to go on Google to fill out a review of their community so they can raise their 3.4 rating up to about a 4.5 practically overnight because 40, 50 of those people are writing these one paragraph, elaborate paragraphs about how mom walked in. She immediately felt at home. Oh, the food was amazing. The residents came up and shook her hand, smiled, and said, oh, I got a new friend. She was in tears. I mean, so elaborate. Lies. Typical of a community that's faking it until they make it. Don't do that stuff. Be authentic. You say, well, man, I got all these terrible negative reviews. Work on the intangibles. Work on things that are internal, things that are inside your community, and work from the inside out. Fake it until you make it, people. And communities work on the outside to the end. Work inside out. You'll be okay. Give me a call. Would love to help you out.